but when it hits, it can go hard. We do have the 2-2 here, and we're in. As they drop down to the auto zone. Rochelle going to be staying up. Lolly Gangster pushing through. We've got one player under the car. And Dark Phoenix really taking their time with this hit. Rochelle has eventually dropped in. They're all down. They're all grouped up here. A spawn in. Hunter on top. Jockey following up, trying to get the... There it is, onto Ellis. Huge damage overlay with the spit. And look at Poppy. A 15% hit. Like I said, huge damage potential. And it does come out. It's all aggregated onto Poppy. Ellis. Next hit's ready. 3+1 with spit. As the survivors make their way closer to the tank spawn. They're only 6% away, distance-wise. SI's setting up cliffside beside them. It looks like all of them are concentrated here. Okay, Hunter's in. Smoke ready. A stumble as well. Charge off by the side. Does connect with the... And actually running into the wall. The spit perfectly laid onto Ellis. And Ellis just cannot catch a break here. Running through all of his permanent health. 2 pairs of pills have been popped at this point. Tank ignoring the alarm car. Our hit is Boomer, Jockey, and Hunter. Will we see the support SI try to delay? Maybe the boom come out? Okay. Jockey on top. Hunter from the back. Boom cleared. Hunter trying to group up with Jockey. They both get clear, but the rock is all he needed. Resetting that frustration. And Tank excellently positioned behind this massive van. Tank Rock's not quite too effective, but Cian, the first tank for Dark Phoenix. Not able to make those tank rocks hit. Smoker, Charger, Boomer, the support. Still 90% health. Make that 80%. 60, 50. Okay, finally, support coming in. Smoker cleared. Charger on nothing so far. Boomer. Charger will carry away. Tank dead. Dead. And with 613 bonus left on the board after the tank hit, let's see what Agartha is able to make happen on their first Survivor round. Three plus one with spit is the hit. Going to be allowed free entry through the first overpass, but we've got another one. And we've got the alarm car to boot. On opposite sides, Smoke Hunt. Spit in. Not going to find anything. Oh, allowed free entry past the alarm car. Smoke. Gonna go for it. Connects. Get fast clear. Nice angling by Coach. Obviously very cognizant of the fact that that alarm could be set off quite easily. They make their way through the tunnel. Another hit ready to go. Hunter, Smoker, Charger, Boom. Looks like they're setting up outside this double-storied house. The hit is in. Charger gets cleared first. Hunter, brief hit. Boom last. So, after a couple hits, only knocking down about 50 bonus, give or take. Agartha's got to be feeling good about this first chapter. They've still got a ways to go, though. They've got a great hit coming up. Dark Phoenix does, that is. And they've also got the event to run through as well. 3+1 is ready with Spit. Taking this vertical path that we've seen so many times from these teams. Hunter in. Just making some sounds. They mostly dropped. Okay, going back up. Double hit in the back. Trying to cover the jockey. Not going to happen. Going to try for a slap. Charge. Not going to find anything. Hunter will get cleared as well. Decently sized hit, all things considered. Still got a lot of bonus to work through, though. And here's the event, going to take it in the tunnel, already blocking this inner room spawn. Rochelle eventually making her way to the back to block more spawns. They've actually got two. Oh no, they are just going to do a pretty normal setup here. Smoker going for the pull out of this little office area, trying to get Jockey to spawn. He will get the isolation, but it'll be decent for sure. Closing the door to help with the CIs. Spitter, Smoker, Hunter, Charger, another high damage potential hit coming out. Hunter's ready. Ricochets, Smoke connects onto Ellis with the spit, the long charge, and it's a full connection. Oh, and that's a down on Ellis. Once it's all said and done, it's a great hit for Dark Phoenix, knocking the bonus down to 337. Well, I spoke too soon, obviously. It is going to be a hit for about 100 by the time everyone's picked back up. But still, decently sized hit. I'm trying to put in some recovery work here. They've got their last chance. The Hunter's going crazy, but ultimately will come up empty-handed. And finding more bonus than chapter score. It's going to be a great start for Agartha. Quick ready ups.
Where in the hell are we?
Coach, we make it to New Orleans, there's a cheeseburger museum.
Once the world goes back to normal, I'm buying you guys a steak dinner.
Oh man, I found a candy bar. Whoop, false alarm.
Good to go. Well, let's see how Dark Phoenix is able to manage their Survivor round. It is, of course, once again a 2-2. Hunter Jockey, Hunter, pre-spawn. Around the outside, causing some noise. Overhead spawns. They have gotten a little bit of chip onto the Hunter. And he's in. Connects with Nick. Hey, I thought they might have to run into the spit in order to clear it, but they do. Maybe some brief damage, but well handled by Dark Phoenix. Getting some SI chip in on the boom target.
Reload.
7% initial hit, not bad. And it is a quad. Jockey Charger, they're all in. Smoker connecting. Oh! go. Trying to find the follow-up. Jockey carrying away. Hunter manages to connect as well. A whole lot of jockey damage. Tick after tick. They can't even clear him. It's going to be an M2 to knock him off his head eventually. Woo!
Watch out.
Now that's going to be a hit for sure. Tank. It is going to be Lolly Gangster for Agartha. Going for the alarm car. Oh, quite the effective boom. Charge, trying to find something. Teamed up with a smoker. Smoker getting cleared a bit too quick. Okay, buying more time. This car could be crazy. I'm assuming not. Yeah, he's going to need a lot more hits to get it over.
Look out now.
All right. Good.
Dark Phoenix eventually going to be making their way towards the gas station. Delayed. Quite impactfully. They do eventually make it through. Lolly Gangster going to second pass. Car is up. Gonna have 2 cars to work with. Oh, boom, done. Hunter spawns in. Car lined up with the green car as well. And they're going to be ready. They're definitely not taking this aggressively as Agartha chose to. Jockey, Hunter, car stopped by the pole. Will just tap Coach's foot. And that's all it took for down. Will he go for a kill? Maybe. I don't know. Slow rolling onto Nick. It looks like he certainly wants it. But 30% he's completely ignoring. He gets the kill though. It works out. He's even going to layer a rock with the Hunter. Actually, he's just going to throw it straight up in the air. Oh my god, not able to find the down, but certainly close. Throws a rock straight into the air once again. Up. All right, popping pills. Dark Phoenix definitely looking battered and bruised at this point. Only got 3 players to work with. 3 sets of pills, though. They've got a decent chunk of bonus. It's going to take a Hail Mary, but they could walk away with some bonus. They can limp their way across the finish line. We'll see how it continues to play out. Nick's temp health ticking. Rest of them got good chunks of permanent health. We can see 31% of the HB left. Lolly Gangster in on Hunter. Smoker ready from the bus. Clear's coming out. And it's going to be Boom Spit to die last. Spit.
Reload. Reloading. Reloading.
All right, so they are going for that quad cap instead of the spit preservation.
Reloading. Reload.
All right, let's see it. We got 2 in the back. Hunter, Jockey, I believe, in the back. Smoker off by the side. They're a big flank hit. Jockey getting lasered down, but eventually gets cleared. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. It's a tri-cap, folks. That's going to be all it takes. The house is as far as they got. Didn't quite make it inside either. We're going to be headed straight into Chapter 2. With a about 600 point bonus, or not bonus, but advantage for Agartha. Need to be quicker on my instant replays here in the future chapters, but pretty straightforward stuff, and you just saw the tri-cap right in front of your eyes, so here on Chapter 2, for the first hit, unlike the hit on Chapter 1, it does seem like there's a lot of variety in how infected teams choose to take this hit. MK on his stream has talked great lengths about the importance of spawns back here. I haven't seen that in my games yet, but we do have the potential for this overhead aggressive hit or taking it more conservatively on the highway overpass. We do see Coach in the spawn room still.
My ass.
2-2 is the hit with Smoker Hunter.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Does look like they're poised for that more conservative hit. Going to give the survivors just enough rope to hang themselves with as they walk into this overpass. They've got an isolated 2-2 setup here. The survivors do.
I hear Hunter.
Hunter making noise. Smoker pulling through the railing. Hunter cleared. Spit boom last for the quad. Oh, actually Smoker not dead. Okay, and he is just going to be waiting by the wayside. He's still got about 50 health left as they make their way through. Our tank is at 70%.
I'm a reload.
Quad ready.
Reloading.
Okay, we ready?
Holy shit.
Smoker made it into Ghost. Already the survivors congregating into this side room. They do go for the bait. We've seen that come out. Jockey Hunter overhead. Charger by the side. Gonna knock down the door. Jockey jumps in first, carrying away. Overlap with Hunter. Smoker gonna go in for a pull on Ellis. Not gonna happen. Very well handled quad cap by Agartha.
Reloading!
Reloading!
Going to continue to deal with this event. We've only taken, 6% bonus so far.
Not bad. Not bad.
Got another hit ready, another 2-2, of course.
Reloading.
Come on in, the door's open.
Ammo.
Survivors very weary. There's a lot of different points that the infected could choose to hit at. This is one. They could wait for the warehouse, but it does look like they're setting up here for a hit before they actually walk into the warehouse.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Spawns being very diligently blocked by Agartha. Not letting these spawns in at all. And we've got another isolated 2-2 scenario. Rochelle going to clean up the distance. Coach playing that back line deep. And, okay, stumble. Jockey.
Reload. Well, goddamn, Annie. Okay.
Boomer gets cleared as well as the spit. So we got another quad ready. Survivors allowed free entryway through what can be a very risky part of the map, depending on how it's handled. Nice jump there by Rochelle. She'll lead the way, open the door, but we got a stairwell hit with the quad.
Bullshit.
All right, continuing to give them room. Jockey's in. 3 up over top. Tank gonna spawn right here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And of course, tank about to be spawned in just a couple percentage, so they want to make this quad happen before that. But they want to let these survivors make their way through here first.
Let's not mess this up by shooting each other, okay?
We can see once again how far the coach is on the back line. Edging, edging. Okay, this could be the best they're gonna get. The go is called. No connection on coach. Jockey gets skeeted. Nice skeet by Lolly Gangster. Tanks in. We've got another pretty swingy tank. Could really go one way or another. The survivors. Ooh. That tank is really aggressive, trying not to let the survivors get into their optimal formation. Gonna go for some curve rocks through the doorway. Boom, being called to go in and sack. Antagonist is the second tank for Dark Phoenix. Boom connecting. And as the CI trickle in, going to instead choose to wait for the next SI to come in for support. And they are set up. Definitely using the vertical distance space to their advantage. Oh, Rochelle jumps down, scared of getting cornered, and we've got an isolated Rochelle down here in the lower level. The SI support coming in. Smoker connects. They're not able to clear it. Jockey getting M2'd. Very fortunately for them, but Hunter follow-up. Jockey is not fast enough onto Coach, but Smoke has been hitting along with Rochelle in the corner. 25% health left on Antagonist, and he's going to try to dip the hell out of there. He's going to get away with 5% HP. Rochelle going to be picked back up in the meantime. Ellis low on health. The other two looking fine.
Sure thing.
All right, that's better.
All right, tank chasing. But, you know. Boom. M2'd. Cleared safely. Bomb defused, so to speak. Going for the pills. They will get the pills on Ellis.
Reloading.
3+1 with Spit. Running out of time is Dark Phoenix on the infected side. They're going to go for another high damage hit. We'll see how it works out. Rochelle and Coach have consistently been those backline players. Of course, I swap it up right when I say it. Hunter's trying to jump in. M2 on the Jockey. Going to be excellent. Clears all around. The best that they're going to get is charge into Spit, which is definitely decent. Going to get a couple ticks onto Nick on the tail end. But Agartha looking to walk into the safe room with over 500 bonus to their name. This was certainly not stem the bleeding, that which is what Dark Phoenix was obviously hoping for after a subpar round one. Hunter skeeted. Smoke. Okay, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Double boom, but 530 bonus. Lock it up. Another great round for Agartha. What can you say? Dark Phoenix going to be aiming to keep it even on this chapter as far as the chapter's score goes. It's going to be tough for them to make up a big distance, or rather able to lock in a lot of... I mean, come on. They're going to try to get as much bonus as they can, obviously, but what I'm trying to say is with such a great round by Agartha on Survivors, I think the best... Unless something crazy happens, the best Dark Phoenix is going to be hoping for is to tie it up on this chapter and still be in the hole from chapter 1. Got 2 chapters after this one left to go. If you are tuning in just now, this is Mase Cup Round 1. You've not missed too much of the action. We just made it through chapter 1 and half of chapter 2. Ready Up's coming out, and then we'll be right into it. Two, Smoker Hunter.
Reloading.
Oh, we got a Hunter behind. 2 possibly setting up at the overpass. Smoker at a very typical spot.
Reloading.
Ooh. trying to connect. They will find a great smoke with the spit question mark. No, spit goes for Hunter, but still, I mean, so much smoke damage there. Spit not dead. Spit's just going to hold on to. Spit's just going to be holding on to that.
Reloading.
Look out!
And another 2-2 is on the menu for Agartha. Event.
Ammo. Reloading. Anybody hear me?
Doing their best. Okay.
Inside now.
Charger behind. It's a miss, but okay. Brief jockey not going to land in the spit though. And you know, one boom on coach. Boom spit dying last. Quad ready. And hey, Dark Phoenix. They've been getting chipped down for sure, but still 1100 bonus left to go. 1100 and some change. Connecting there with the charge in the side room. Ooh, jockey, Hunter. It's all connections here. Of course, it's rolling in caps. So not going to, you know, do anything catastrophic, but still knocking Dark Phoenix underneath 1000 bonus. So definitely nothing to scoff at there. Decent sized hit. Nick's gonna be railroading it through the stairwell. This could be catastrophic. Now Nick is gonna open the door, blocking for Boom, and gets stumbled. Nick makes his way out though. There's no catastrophic hit to be seen. Charge is gonna try to hit through the gangplank, but quick clear coming out. Everybody dead. And will they run it down to engage the tank? They will indeed. Second tank for Agartha, Tito. Hunter on the isolated target. Yep, left by the wayside. Ellis gonna move in, but oh my god, the tank is in. He's got him split 2-2. 2 made it up. 2 are still down below in this corridor. The corridor of doom, death, damnation, destruction, pestilence, etc. Coach getting smacked around. Rochelle is dead meat as well once we get that support from the smoke. Tito continuing to be at 50%. Rochelle getting hit by the smoke. Jockey off by the side, gonna just be scratching it up. Agartha. Tito. Okay, as we load into, I mean, not much to say there. Nice, nice tank. Moving on. We've got, sure, we'll go ahead and show this replay of the tank while we load into our next round. Again, we have the 2-2 isolation, 2 above, 2 below, trapped them in the corridors. We've got the hits on Rochelle, followed by the smoke. That's going to be a double in cap, and then trapping the other 2 in the stairwell. Easy money. So, Dark Phoenix definitely not able to stop the bleeding in chapter 2, but we've got 3 and 4 left. We got half of the match left. Okay, load in. We got 2-2. Tank is at 55, so we will not have the tank event overlap as we have in some of the previous matches today. We will have the event first, a very serious event. And with the event, we've actually got, okay, they will eventually go for a hit here. Smoker spawns in. I don't, okay, he might want to hold on to this. Hey, okay, boom. Boom sack on air. Smoker does choose to go back into ghost form to help out with this event. A pretty unique event here. Hunter jumping in onto Nick with the spit. This should be a pretty straightforward door close. Nick is going to go for it. He does get interrupted by smoke, but that gets cleared. Smoke going for more. It does connect. And the jockey going to be trying to distract. And Ellis closes the door. Only 5% while they close the door. Yeah. Not the best strategy there. It is going to allow Agartha to close the door. Boomer in onto Rochelle.
Reloading.
Ammo here.
Reloading.
Looks like we'll have a 3+1 once Marlonsky is back up. We got some typing for the infected.
Hey, I'm reloading.
But hey, they've got time to do that while the rest of them spawn in. And with Agartha having the lead and such a strong lead at that, I've got to stop what I'm saying because this vent hit could be quite impactful. Huge swing opportunity here. Hunter, so Smoker finds nothing. We got Hunter in as well, but there's no spit there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is not a spittable vent. So Spitter Charger holding on.
Reloading.
Hear that, Charger?
Coach on the back line. And yeah, tank is in. Tank is in. Marlonsky will be the third tank for Dark Phoenix. Spit boom sack. Charger tries it. Comes up empty-handed. Marlonsky's got a ton of time left to work with, though, obviously. Ooh, from behind. Maybe some curve rock attempts here or there, but, you know. Smoker, Jockey, Hunter. And we've got the tank in 75%. Smoker off behind the double door. Actually, that's a Hunter. Jockey hasn't been cleaned up yet. Smoker by the side. Big hits coming out on tank. And boom, smoke connects. Okay, will eventually be cleared by pistols, I assume. But the rock with the hunt onto Nick. More hits. This is great for Dark Phoenix. And he's still got 40% health left. They eventually clear on that smoke. The pistols not able to do it on their own. Moving away from the downed survivors while on 30% health left. They will be able to pick up Ellis, but able to stop Nick from being picked up. Eventually clearing out. Boom onto one. Charger. Bing chilling. They will eventually pick up all the survivors, and a pretty risque hit there. Quite effective, at least at the beginning for Dark Phoenix. Not quite able to seal the deal, which is what they really needed to happen. That being said, 659 bonus left to chew through. Desiertito quite low, but they've got 3 sets of pills, playing quite conservatively with them. We'll see if that benefits them in the long run or not. Nothing. Okay, Jockey on the head, spit on air. Hunter does eventually connect. And Rochelle getting smacked down by CIs. I mean, she's on 3 HP at this point, continuing to hold on to these pills. She's got a Cobra clutch on the pills. Not going to let these pills go to waste. Blocking spawns here. We'll see if Boom can sneak in. Charge and Boom both trying to get into this administrative office, but not able to do so. 3+1 with Boom is the hit. Continuing to deal with this event quite handedly, dealing with all the SI, charge, smoke, jockey, charge on nothing, jockey, brief connection layered with smoke, but despite that chain reaction, it's going to still leave the survivors on 535 bonus. So since the event was started, it's been a decent hit. Maybe about 100 bonus, I suppose, has been knocked through. Their HB has basically been torn down completely. It's only Coach rocking that DB. I'm sorry, that HB. They're still on 70% DB, as well as 3 sets of pills, like I mentioned. Another hit ready, 3+1 with spit, big damage potential. Hunter, Charger, Jockey, and you can hear the Hunter already. Jockey in, smoke, or Charger in from the stairwell. Eventually the vent ends. Spit on nothing. Hey, getting chunked down by the CIs. Look at that bonus drip down. 341. The CI is really the MVP here. Boomer, Smoker, Charger, Hunter, potentially an ideal section, especially we could see a Boom over here. Okay, they're holding. Okay, Boom eventually going for it, but super speed on the clears. Whoa.
I'm a reload.
They take the jump. 331 bonus left to their name. It's looking once again to be a strong round for Agartha. They're going to go and set off the alarm. I'm not sure purpose or accident. Charge drops down overhead. Spit trying to get some standing spit once again. That's been the name of the game here for Dark Phoenix. Full clears coming out. Into that safe room they go with a very well okay. Eventually closing the door. 276 bonus. Still nothing to scoff at. Got a decent replay, I suppose. Basically just showing off some nice quick clears for Agartha through what is a pretty tough to manage zone for the survivors. We can see trying to get some Boom opportunities. Nothing coming up. Look how quick this clear is. Not even able to connect with one survivor. And quick clears all around. Headed back to the live game. It is once again 2-2. Hunter Smoker. I expect Agartha to have a different approach to this initial hit and the event that directly follows it. What we've seen for other teams is it seems pretty crucial to get an early hit to have the spawns ready, and also trying to not kill off the spit, trying to save the spit if you possibly can because of how influential it is on the event. And there it is, double boom by proxy, drop down overhead. Smoker, Hunter, Spitter, preserving. A little FF, perhaps? All right, the ever-important event. They approach it. It looks fun. It looks festive. I can assure you it's not. It's very much not. Event is in. Instant spit. Well, I don't know. They didn't quite I think they were worried about Coach finishing the event before they could start, and they ended up doing spit and smoke at the same time, but the smoke didn't get cleared from the vent, and in fact the spit didn't either, so spit's gonna be ready for another follow-up, gonna knock them right off the doorway. Jockey gets M2'd and dealt with quite effectively. The spit is still alive 10 seconds before it can spit again. Hunter getting some more disruption on the event. Spit comes out once again, and it looks like they might finally be able to do it. Long charge, but the block by Coach. Quick clears, maybe double slam, not a triple. It was pretty damn close though. And look at how effective Agartha was at facilitating that event. Just lining up the SIs, not to kill, but just to delay. Smoke off by the side, just ninja smoke. Dropping below 75% is Team Dark Phoenix. They've got 1125 bonus left to work with. And once again, we've got that vent section coming up. With spit, 3+1 and spit in the vent could be quite impactful. Of course, not in the vent itself, but once that one person drops down, they could try to get some action, maybe get some action on the flank as well. If they can catch someone isolated up above, the drop down from Rochelle. There's Hunter connecting, charge through the vent. Doesn't connect with anything but Rochelle with the spit. And there it is, eventually getting the clear on the jockey. But not without some dear cost to the health. About 150 points on the hit, dropping down below 1,000. Tank engaged, but the survivors, instead of running back into the cafeteria, they choose to take up the stairwell. Boomer, Smoker, Hunter. Well, we see the boom sack. Boom looks like he might be trying to get into position here for a quick something. Trying the cold drinks machine, trying to crouch, but getting blocked here. We still see Smoker Hunter as well. We'll see if they do anything with it. All right, Boomer's going to be waiting overhead. He does eventually go for it, not able to find the proxy. And this tank is like way back. He doesn't want to get chipped at all. There is high potential to be chipped. Of course, easy passageway through here. Second pass, 60% frustration. The hit is going to have to come in soon for NMN. Charger. Hunter, they're not dropping him yet. They're being patient. They're being patient. Agartha is. Triple hit onto Ellis with the down. And Hunter connects onto Coach. Charge as well. Pretty brief. Getting the clears, but did get the down onto Ellis, of course. Two more downs. It's just Rochelle. 15%. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, misses the punch. And the down will eventually come out. Let's go ahead and run back that tank round while we head into Chapter 4. Another dominant performance by Agartha. And it is going to take a Hail Mary here from Dark Phoenix to find anything in the final chapter. I don't know if we're going to finale or not. I haven't seen any discussion of it. But they are quite down in the score right now. I think around 2,000 down. And they get an 80% tank. 3+1 with spit. Hunter Charger Jockey is going to be Agartha on the survivors to start us off. We don't see any boom. I always love the boom through the wall here. Very effective boom. But we actually saw this spit. They for the last game I casted earlier today, VOD up for that. They broke down this wall, herded the survivors in here, and got a double spit that just completely destroyed their healths. Going for an aggressive push through right away, triggering the hunter to spawn in. Of course, this is pretty normal. Yeah, going for ricochet. Not the quickest skeet, but it is a kill nonetheless onto the hunter. Charger Spitter Jockey is all that remains. Charger with Jockey follow-up and the spit. It is going to separate, but Jockey not able to carry into the spit. Ultimately, decent hit. Definitely a decent hit.
Hey, I'm reloading. Asshat. Ammo here. Shit.
Three plus one. Boom. Agartha being allowed free entryway further on. Okay, so we're trying to get some ATM action. Not going to come up with too much there. Smoke and Hunter overlap. Charge trying to carry away. Not going to happen. Too quick with it is Agartha. And I'm assuming they're going to hop, skip, and jump over here. Don't really have to trigger the ATM or anything like that, because we do have a late tank, 82%. 2-2.
Reloading.
Ammo here.
Jockey Hunter.
Reload.
Hunter spawns in, quick clear. And that's the second time that we've seen that on this chapter. Boom. Double boom, trying to... Oh, they do get that ATM. Nice work by the boom. Three plus one with spit. High damage potential, but of course we've got full pills still. Agartha chilling, big hard chill. Brief pull. Jockey M2'd, some standing spit, charge, eventually connecting with Ellis and even slamming him down one time. So, breaking into the bonus for sure, trying to knock Agartha below 1,000. Percentage-wise, it's decent, 25% gone. And they go into their safe haven here, this back room. Ellis taking front point. Another 2-2. Oh, somehow Boom not coming up with even one single hit onto Ellis. Jockey off by the side in the side room, cleared.
I'm a reload. Going with the shotgun. Bastard.
And some discombobulated hits, it feels. I won't lie. Agartha has just been running wild on this momentum. We do see a smoker potentially ready. He is going to go for the spawn in, trying to pull Coach off of this upper floor, but nothing doing there. Not even going to get the consolation prize of pulling him off and making him climb up a ladder again, which, you know, it's the little things, right? It's the little victories sometimes. But not even the littlest of victories are they able to find right now. Just a tough sell here. Charge. Leading the charge. Spit cleared. And boom, hunt. We've got another just kind of Two going in, one foot in, 1 foot out. But okay. Tank spawn, and they're gonna try to catch and hold these survivors, but Boom stumbling the hunter, so not gonna quite be what they were hoping for. Tank for Raiden, team captain of Dark Phoenix, is going to be taking away the final tank for them. We still have half the chapter left after this. Agartha's still got to go uninfected.
I call foul.
And look at how difficult this is going to be to deal with. I mean, we're going to have to try to get, smoker pull off, maybe a jockey pull off, because this verticality can sometimes be a lot to deal with. Tank eventually lumbering his way in. There he is. Smoker, Charger, Jockey. So they've got 2 ways, I guess potentially 3, to get them off this high ground. Smoker, okay, well, does get cleared. And right when Tank gets up, they get down. Okay. Charger trying to connect with Coach, getting some smacks potentially. The down onto Coach. Beautiful isolation, Jockey. And Tank just going to be blocking, following up with the rock. Boom. Oh, nice 1-2 for Nick, getting in cap there. And I was gonna say decent. I'd say it's probably more than just a decent tank for Raiden and for Dark Phoenix, but that being said, it's gonna take a lot more than that. Triple boom. But Agartha is still skating by on 570 bonus as they are in the last legs of this chapter. Nick leading way up. Do we have the quad? I wasn't paying enough attention. We do have the quad. Ready to go. Charge on the back. 2-for-1 deal. Smoker. And again, we got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Jockey Hunter's still alive here. Just and here comes Spit Boom. 2-2. Hunter. Skeet. Jockey. M2'd. Spit Boom. Where they at? It is the ATM. But despite that, there's just not enough time left to work with. Quick hops over the fence. Trespassing style. And Agartha just going to saunter on into the safe room. There it is. Lock it up. $1,200 points for Agartha on Survivors for Chapter 4. Oh me, oh my. And honestly, until this final chapter, it looked like Dark Phoenix had some plays. They definitely had some things going on in the kitchen that were being cooked up, but the end result, especially on chapter 4 with the infected, looked like just losing focus a bit. Who am I to criticize? We do have Dark Phoenix for Survivors, last half of the chapter. Hunter spawns in. Charger and Jockey behind the breakable wall. A very nice coordinated hit. Jockey carried into the corner, and that's exactly what I talked about during while we were waiting for them to load in. I warned about this specific room being herded into it and then being spat upon, and it's exactly what happened to Dark Phoenix, getting chipped down. I say chip, I'm using that word very liberally, because, or very very conservative, liberally, basically wrongly, because they get knocked down to 67.6% of the bonus after one hit. Just overall masterclass hit by Agartha. The isolated 2-2, Jockey being carrying away, Charger on the back lines with Boom. They are going to be nice clears out of Black Panthers. I said Black, they have the exact same icon as Dark Phoenix. Many apologies for that, but a little FF coming out as well. Just going to go ahead and trigger the alarm. Just don't want to deal with it. Hunter in the pawn shop. We've got Smoker and Jockey in the pawn shop as well. Hunter making noise. The old scratch and pounce. Spitter's ready with that. He's in. Smoker pulled off to the side. There is Spit. Oh, immaculate with some standing spit damage onto Ellis to boot.
Reloading.
2-2, Charger Smoker. Charger in with the spit. You know, you love to see it. And even, is that a stunt? Well, either way. Oh, he's trying to climb up. No, Ellis, no, it's not safe. Oh, and the spit. Oh, man. 550 bonus left. They're continuing to make their way through. Into the Reflex Sports Arena they go. We've got Kittyland. What a sad location this is. Hunter. Oh, it's a left, right, center for the hits. Charger connecting as well. The spit layering. Oh, man. Coach down by the CI. Black Panthers is going to be trying to help out. Nick gets down. A double kill by the CI. And it's going to be up to Rochelle and Nick to clean up the pieces here. Smoker connection and the double cap. Well, actually clear, of course, onto Rochelle, but Jockey able to keep her covered. And that's going to be it. That will conclude... Dark Phoenix versus Agartha. Agartha quite handedly winning that. We can run through this replay. That sad, sad Kittyland. And look at that nice hit. We got people being attacked from all over, just taking advantage of their 2-2 formation there. And the CI's finishing the work. Okay. So, I believe that concludes everything that I'm going to be casting for round 1. I think Sunday, tomorrow, we'll start round 2. I may have a cast or 2 lined up for that. We'll just have to wait and see. But thank you all for stopping by. If you haven't gotten your fill of competitive Left 4 Dead 2 action, make sure you head over to MKJ13. Of course, got some VODs, but also I believe he will be casting in about 3 hours from now. I think I heard him say 11 p.m. Eastern time. He'll be doing another cast. So make sure you follow him. Of course, if you're tuning into this stream, you probably already follow him anyways. But be ready. This is Mase Cup, round 1. This was Nah bringing you a solo cast, Dark Phoenix versus Agartha. GG's all around, and congrats to Agartha. More Swiss action in the coming weeks. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed.